Welcome back to ME Web3. For this appointment today, we'll be joining our marketing manager, Anja, and she will be our moderator. And we have a special guest today. She's Web3 mentor, educator, board advisor, CEO, and founder, Sunny Jiang. Please welcome to our appointment today with us.
Hi, thank you so much for the whole team for having me here. As you said, my name is Sunny, and I'm based in Netherlands, and I'm very active in the blockchain Web3 as a whole. So very interested to be here together with you to discuss or dive deep into the exciting world of Web3.
I'm always curious to talk to people like you that are passionate about Web3 and know how do you got into the Web3 space.
Myself, my background, I have a computer science background, and also together with international business. That's why I'm quite active in the combination of the two. So in the past 10 years, I've worked in a startup ecosystem in the Netherlands. So I'm quite familiar with the whole process of convert from idea to startup and support the startup grow. And back to the computer science part a little bit. In the recent years, I really find the fascinating world of kind of like rabbit hole of the whole blockchain and crypto and Web3. I dive deep, I think several years ago, into, for instance, cryptography and smart contract, and also a lot of applications that I'm looking into. And then, of course, for instance, 2021, we all know there's a hype of NFT. In fact, in that year, I also had tried to do something together with together with two very great Dutch artists. We launched NFT projects in 2021, and from there. From last year, this year, I think I traveled globally and try to connect all the dots in the world of the major Web3 hub, and to discover more of the frontier of Web3, as well as, I want to understand where are we now and what's the lead way to the future. Yeah, that's basically is my drive to explore it. Yeah.
Speaking about you as professional, what mission and vision you translate?
Yeah, I truly believe the transformational power of imaging tech, for instance, blockchain. And I think with using the technology, we can create a more accessible, equitable, and also inclusive world in the future, which everybody can benefit from it. And so this is something. It's really something exciting for me to explore and also to try to build something towards this goal. Yeah.
Yeah, agreed. And what I really enjoy in the last couple of years is the speed that this new technological advancement had. And just a few years ago, we just started talking about blockchain, and as of now, the infrastructure is getting bigger and bigger. And what do you think about the speed of this process? Do you think we will manage to have even more discoveries and innovation within the space? Of course, being respectful with the outside world.
Yeah, certainly. I think we all need to have a little bit more patience, because if we look for technology like AI, in fact, it's already developed 50, 60 years until there is a breakthrough, commonly adopted use case. We all know that. And while for blockchain, it's just merely a little bit more than 10 years. So it's really young, really early. Well, what I observe from because I'm connecting in all kind of let's say angle, for instance, from research point of view, from scientific point of view, from entrepreneurship point of view. I saw that I'm amazed that so many people are dedicated to it and push the whole innovation forward. So that is something very positive. And from there, I do believe in the coming 5-7 years, let's say 2030 could be a peak or an important milestone for mass adoption. And from there, of course, we still need to develop 20 years, 10 years, 20 years, even more. If we look back, our last generation of internet, we're still using it, of course. It takes 20 years until people commonly, or more, people commonly to acknowledge it and accept it and use it. But still, we still have paper, right? So I would say it will be a world that's a different level of evolution will exist together, but they will support each other and impact our life.
So despite the fact that this field of Web3 is pretty young and it's developing very fast, you seem to have a great experience already in Web3 environment. So would you, from your experience, tell us about how the Web3 startup environment going on right now?
Yeah, that is a very exciting direction and topic. Well, I would say from all the activities we have, of course, fundamentally is research. I'm very happy to see in recent years there are much more research activities in blockchain than before, because that is our base to push forward of the innovation. And from there, the most profound way to amplify the impact of innovation is through impactful entrepreneurship. So what I mean is the startup and in the Web3 space. Personally, as I said, I was heavily in the startup ecosystem, so that is not something new to me. While on the other hand, I interact with a lot of accelerator and also venture fund in the world about accelerating the Web3 startups. I think they're doing really great. One of the examples is that I also have a role as a mentor in Outlier Ventures, which has had a quarter in London. I think they are doing really great as one of the top Web3 accelerator in the world. I do saw sometimes you're amazing, and there are so many good ideas and also so many determined founders who really would work day and night to try to bring the innovation out. And I also saw there are much more support from industry for now than before. As I slowly recognize, I think in the past, the activities are more in the native Web3 cycle. For instance, our layer 1, layer 2 blockchain, they have funds, they have grants. While if you call it as Web 2, they are not yet engaged. Well, from this year, I saw there are more and more traditional funding and also traditional venture. They start to step in, and they are open to this new innovation. So I think that's really is a good sign.
What I enjoy the most is that even though we had sort of step back with crypto winter, still there is a huge Web3 accelerator like Outlier Venture and many others out there that are still pushing for innovation with all these new incredible ideas. And I find it very, very thrilling that even though this bear market that we witnessed all over the world, still we're managing to push forward the Web3. And that clearly means that the Web3 is not whatsoever dead, as many people said. Perhaps some outsiders believing that the NFT market was down and so on. So actually, that's a proof that the space it's very alive.
Yeah, I think the keywords and the key point is value. So as long as we can find the value and to make it in the real impact in the world, I think we will. It's just a natural. It will be a natural sequence of adoption. So I think. Well, I would say it's a wild time for now because there are so many directions. Well, you can say no matter what direction you go, justice belongs there. While on the other hand, I think slowly we will move to the convergence period, which only the valuable concept, valuable cases and also use cases and solutions will survive. And from there, I think a very important point that we should be more and more focused on the impact making instead of just create something and get be rich in short term. I think that's no go, because in the long run there's no meaning of just get some money. And in the long run, only the company who has a long-term vision, who really think of make impact to the society and to the world, will survive. So I from that point, I see a very big trend recently, also because end of this month the COP28 will be held in Dubai on the United Nations. So sustainability is for sure is a very hot topic that we need to look into, and not because it's hot, it's because it's urgent. I think the climate, the climate action we have now is far behind, and it's somehow we will enter into a climate crisis. So if blockchain technology can really help on supporting to have positive climate action. For instance, we all talk about, for instance, carbon credit, we talk about regenerative finance. And though those concepts are still very early, very young, but you also can easily name hundreds of initiations for now. Yeah, if we can find a way to accelerate those innovation and support the founders, amplify the impact, and to the society, I think we can make great contribution to our sustainable development goal, that's SDG, and ESG, the environmental, social, and the governance objectives.
So it's great to see the rise of the companies in the Web3 and also bigger company taking initiatives to develop in the Web3 direction. That could mean that there is certain demand on the market from customer side, that the customer requires some kind of Web3 product. So let's speak about customer side. What do they require from Web3 companies?
If you look from consumer or customer side, if you mean, okay, there are still two things. One is B2B, one is B2C, right? So if you talk about the customer as a company, that's B2B, that's a very hard change, because we're now, especially about digital asset, that's also a very interesting topic about tokenization of real asset. I think now slowly a lot of infrastructure and companies, they're more driving to the direction of institutional adoption, because that's really is a great sign. If institutes adopt blockchain and tokenization, then we will be much faster to enter into mass adoption.
Yeah.
And because they are very cautious of all the technology, institutes is such like a bank, like a financial institute, investment bank. So if they are going to enter into, that means legal-wise, regulatory-wise, it's ready. And that means technology-wise, the infrastructure is ready. That also means educational-wise, people are aware of the knowledge and there is a common ground. The common ground is ready. So that really is a great sign if we have this kind of ends of institutes be involved. On the other hand, if you look at the B2C side of us as an individual, I think we have already the first batch or early pioneers who are into it already. And now I think those are slow, but I think it's inevitable. The change is inevitable. It's just a matter of speed, early or later. I think we're now scaling from million level to billion level. We are exactly in this stage. So we already have quite in unit of billion of users for now, millions, sorry, and we are entering into a push for billion level of users. I think that will be something we hope to see in around 2030.
Okay, so you're giving like around 7 years of time that we will have this mainstream adoption, and an institution would be the main accelerator. I mean, I think I totally agree with you, because for making the big changes, the big ones need to give it even to the consumers. So and the argument that you discussed about the regulation, it's extremely important. And just if we look around and on the other side of the Atlantic, the SEC, it's over the top to all the major crypto exchange. But I think this is a great sign that the space is regulating itself in an even stricter way than before, because it means it's a safer space for the consumers. So I think at the really end, everyone will benefit from that.
Yeah, from this point, I think very important to highlight that I think we do need to have a system approach and a system thinking, because it's not we can't win. Nobody can win out alone. For instance, only look for technology advancing, or only look for regulatory parts, because they has to be hand in hand. So I think, for instance, education, that people understand what is that, and then they are engaged, the education and technology, regulatory, and also the, for instance, government policy support. All these kinds of things should work hand in hand as a system and make the whole system ready. And that's I think is something, because everybody, if they work in a company, or they are technologists, or they are policy maker, they will be more looking in their angle. So we need also a consolidator really to have a view of what is going on as a whole picture, and to push that forward. Because if one part is lacking behind, we still can't achieve that goal as a whole.
Yeah.
That's right. And a great part of consolidation is tokenization of object, not only virtual one, but also real one. Could you please tell on what stage are we in tokenization worldwide?
Yeah. First, let me one step back about that question is that I actually believe the power of blockchain in three directions. One is decentralization, because decentralization allows the most population of us of the participation of the people. And the second is about automation, just like smart contract. I think there's a very hot topic internally in the Web3 cycle, talking about account abstract, talking about all this kind of advancing the smart contract. I think that is something for sure will also interact with somehow with, for instance, AI, to have a more intelligent automation process in the future. And the third dimension is tokenization, because tokenization, I think people misunderstood that. They somehow, to me, NFT is also talking, right? And somehow people think related to NFT to still be the picture. But the point is that tokenization is very powerful. And in fact, all the assets, if you see that as assets, you can tokenize it. And I believe that's the next generation of common ground that we will have for all the transaction, trading, and social activities. So in that regard, I think at this moment, many companies are working hard to try to build the infrastructure, try to make the use case ready, and starting from the institution. As you saw, there are so many attempts in the digital bond and the equity and the dApps or fund or something like that. So the revolution will start from the financial industry, and from there, it will for sure have a deep interaction with the real world and industry. For instance, as we know, like real estate, like a creative industry, like industry 4.0. In fact, if you talk about innovation, just example, all our IP, in fact, it can be a token, right? And all the license, it can be a token. Those are intangible assets. If you talk about tangible assets like real estate, like the commodity or the commerce we're doing every day, all of them can be a token. So I do think, because tokenization is everything, and so this will really disrupt our future. And when everything is ready, I think that will not be that long or far away, and we will be very comfortably and just use this technology without noticing that we're using it.
And I feel that the real goal here is that people will use tokenized assets without even knowing it, and that will be the actual mainstream
That will be
application. And I feel
ideal.
very, because I see that technology is becoming more and more part of our daily life. Yeah.
Yes. That's really great. Yes, it will be part of life, and again, it's linked to what I emphasized in the beginning, the mission. Why do we do so? Why do we need this technology? It's all about create accessible, equitable, and inclusive world in the future, so everybody can benefit from it.
Yeah, to completely agree. And the benefits are, I think, are so evident to the many, and which is the reason why probably everybody is essentially transitioning into this into the Web3 after all, and this new ecosystem that is growing.
Yeah, just give a very simple example about payments. Nowadays, if you would like to transfer money, so-called cross-border to another country, if you don't have banking services, you can't do that at all. You can't. Even with banking services, you have to wait. You have to have a lot of inputs and also conditions until you can make it. But now, for instance, I think Bitcoin is something really revolutionized the financial world. I think early this year in April, even the European Central Bank, and it's first time they started Bitcoin in their headquarters in Frankfurt, because I think they realized the Bitcoin is revolutionized money. Probably is the new form of money, is the now next generation of money. So I think interested to highlight that the new technology is not a threat to the existing financial institute. And I think they get that in fact it's a new tool also for them to provide better services. So that's why you saw like investment bank JP Morgan, I think they did quite well to develop their own blockchain system to support cross-border payment. I think people will benefit from it, and it's just borderless and timeless. You can access the system 24 hours plus 7 days, very low cost. So that is really a beneficial. It's really a benefit to people.
Previously, you mentioned that you are also a member of ERC 3643 Association. So would you tell us more about what it is, what it's doing, and what's your role in it?
Oh, that's very interesting. Okay, the ERC 3653 is a token standard under the Ethereum. If you know the Ethereum, what we know or familiar with is the token standard, for instance, ERC20, because a lot of token or also the crypto with normal crypto, it's all under ERC20, and then we know NFT is under ERC 721. So those are two commonly used token standards. While all these token standards, they are not considering the compliance to the regulation, in fact. So ERC 3653 is a new token standard. I think it's initiated by Tokeny, is a company based in Luxembourg. They are one of the pioneers in tokenization of real assets. So they're building the infrastructure for this and also try to promote and created a very innovative standard. What we just said, ERC 3653. So basically, that is integrated the compliance parts, for instance, KYC, AML, into the token, together with the on-chain identity. So they make that as a standard. When you release a token, you have to have all those essential parts for compliance ready until you can have or generate a token and trade the token. So they make those requirements as a base of the token. So that's, I think, that is really great. So but well, as an ecosystem member, I don't have that much to say about how, for instance, tokening or the association will do, because I'm not representing them. But just saying, I am really happy to say there are so many innovative solutions came up to push forward. How can we connect Web3 with the real world use cases? That's really is something that we need to, for instance, to think about what is needed from the current system, how to connect with our current system. Because only that we start from where we are standing, we can move one step further. So sometimes I saw a big problem of many startups as well, is that they are too much in the air, and it's not connect. There's no food in the ground at all, and it's so difficult to push on the other way around. Yeah.
Or perhaps the idea is fantastic, and I mean, I've seen so many startups that have great ideas, but perhaps they are too much forward within the time. Like the winning aspect, one of the many, of course, is be there at the right time, but also understand what is the market asking.
Yeah, but I think something exciting is that the attitude of or spirit of Web3 is that we are really a global community. That we are working together. This is something amazing that I've never seen in the other industry. For instance, when I travel to Asia, I observed it's really amazing in Singapore, in Hong Kong, how fast and how determined that they push forward of the whole progress of tokenization in the industry, and also the Web3 agenda. I think they really seriously make progress. On the other hand, for instance, what I've observed in the States, like in Silicon Valley, the Bay Area, I think they are so strong in the technology innovation as well as venture capital activities. So on the other hand, Europe is has. I really enjoy the diversity of Europe, because we have so many different countries and so many different views. While I think something really great is that we are moving forward, really moving forward with all the community activities and also blockchain solutions.
Yeah, the geographical ecosystem, I think it is a huge, it can be a huge challenge, because there is sometimes so many ideas all over. But yes, I believe that every one of us is working towards the same direction. So make a brighter, better future, and empower more and more people.
And while I think the emphasis, or maybe a conclusion of the talk, is that I believe the future is depends on how we create it. So be conscious about creating impact to the society and have a meaningful actions when we are enter into this new era of technology. I think we will all together to create a very bright future.
Thank you so much, Sunny. Thank you, Anja, again today for moderating. And a huge goodbye to our listeners. Thank you to you as well. Have a great day, everyone.